to share with you 6 ways to be seen as the expert, positioned as an authority and an expert in the market, and basically go from invisible to influential. And you can do this in as little as 2 to 6 months. This is a game changer if you are looking to really grow your business, get more opportunities, get opportunities to do bigger things, partnerships, and even higher paying clients. Also, when you do this in the right way, it will actually pre-sell you. It builds that know, like, and trust. In fact, it speeds the know, like, and trust with people who are considering doing business with you. And think about this. These days, everyone is Googling your name. What do you want them to see? Do you want them to see that you're not doing much, or you're kind of invisible, you're a best kept secret? Or do you want them to say, wow, this person knows what they're doing? They are seriously an expert and an authority in their niche or their industry or their field for what they do. So let's dive in. Very quickly, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ann Carden. I'm a top business growth strategist. I'm also a CEO and agency owner of Expert in You, Attraction Marketing and Media. And I work with people, coaches, consultants, experts, professional entrepreneurs who want to get 40K to 150K plus clients, months, or paydays. So I really help you scale at the higher end. So if that interests you, you can book a call with me at acarden.com and we'll talk about which one of those do you want. Do you want 40K to 150K plus clients, months, or paydays? All right, let's go ahead and dive in. 6 ways to build your expert positioning, be seen as an authority, and go from invisible to influential. The first way is an expert book. If you have not yet written a book that is relevant to what you do right now, that leads people to you to want to do business with you, you're missing opportunity. Get that book written. Now, if you don't have a book yet and you want to get one written, we can do this. My team and I can do this for you in about 60 days. We actually interview you, we create an expert book for you, and then boom, you are off to the races. Now, here's the other thing I want to tell you. Just having author behind your name isn't necessarily a credibility builder if you don't have your own book. So I see a lot of people out there now doing collaboration books. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with collaboration books. They're a great way to build partnerships and friendships and relationships in the industry and network with other people that are in the book. But it doesn't really scream credibility. It's like you're sharing a piece or a story. And imagine this for a moment. You're going to go speak on a stage and you have author behind your name. And the event planner says, by the way, I see you're an author. Do you think that you could give everyone a copy of your book that would go along with your presentation? And you would be like, okay, it's not really my book, right? It doesn't make sense. It's not the credibility builder that you need if you're looking to do bigger things and get better clients. So even if you've done collaborative kind of books, I want to encourage you to write your own book, have your own expert book. Think about when people have books. I'm on my 3rd one now, getting ready to do my 4th. When people have books, you instantly think of them as more credible and more of an authority about what it is they do, right? So write your expert book. All right, number 2 is speaking. Speaking is such a great way to have a one-to-many approach. I love to speak on stages. I also love to speak virtually, and you can do either of these things or both because, again, they are credibility builders. Think about how you feel when the person is at the front of the room. How do you feel about that person at the front of the room, on the stage, the person in charge, the person sharing their expertise? You know that you think more highly of what it is they do, right? So get out there and speak. Whether that's virtual. Now there's a lot of hybrid events that you can do. So there's all kinds of ways to speak, but you need to be speaking. Nothing screams credibility more than when you're out there sharing your expertise and what it is you do with other people. And speaking is a one-to-many approach, so you're really leveraging your time. It's a great way to bring in those super, super high-end clients. All right, number 3 is media. Where can you get published? How can you get published? There are so many ways now that you can actually be in the media. You can be on television, you can be on virtual TV, you can get publications in magazines. I'm always getting published in different people's magazines. I'm even launching my own magazine coming out here very shortly called Expert in You. And that's a great platform for people if they want to get in the media. Also, press releases are a great way to get your expertise out there in the media. So think about where your ideal clients are and the publications that they like, and then go get published in the media. It will build credibility. The other thing is you can promote this all across social media on your website, and you can promote it even if you're out there wanting to get speaking engagements or wanting to speak to other people's audiences. Again, all of these things build credibility. Number 4 is a podcast. Oh my gosh, I love a podcast. And I love it not only because it gives me relationship building really, really fast, but it builds credibility. It gets you out there in such a big way, and it builds influence in the market. When I tell people I've had a podcast for years and that I'm on episode 200 something, they're like, wow. I mean, the average podcast doesn't make it past like 10 episodes. So the fact that you have a podcast that not only speaks to your ideal clients, your ideal people, it builds that influence in the marketplace. Even if you're interviewing other people, my show does both. I interview and I do solo shows. Even if you're interviewing other people, you're still the person with the microphone, right? You're the person with the podcast. So, podcasting is an incredible way to build influence. Also, guesting on podcast is a great way to build influence. But I personally think that putting both of those things together is the best way to go, because then you get to control the narrative when you are doing your own show, but you can also certainly build your business and grow your influence being on other people's shows so that they can promote you. So they're both very, very powerful ways to go from invisible to influential. And again, we help people do all of these things and get all of these things going in their business so that they can build their influence in 2 to 6 months. It doesn't take a ton of time to become influential, but you do have to have a strategy. That's the first thing, or you're going to burn up a lot of time and energy. But if you're doing things in the right way, you can get out there very, very quickly, and you can start really being seen above other people in your industry. You can rise above your competition and really stand out. All right. The next way to build influence is virtual events. I absolutely love virtual events. Whether you're running your own workshops, you're running your own virtual conferences, you are running summits, it doesn't make any difference. Virtual events can really build influence. The thing that I love about the virtual event strategy is not only does it bring me clients, but when I'm out there promoting that event, it's building credibility, and it's actually building influence in the market, and it's building visibility. People are seeing it. So even if maybe my workshop isn't for them, they're still seeing it. I still get into conversations with people, and often they will just book on my calendar for a call versus come to my virtual event. But it's all building that influence and being seen again as the expert and the authority for what I do. So, are you doing this? If you're not, again, you're missing huge opportunities. All right. And the sixth way to build influence and go from invisible to influential is content. Oh my goodness, content is phenomenal to help you do this. But most people lack consistency in their content, or they're putting out content that isn't influential. It's not really driving people to them. It's not really getting people to want to book on their calendar or invite them to speak or invite them to be a guest on their podcast or collaborate or partner. it's not really doing that for them because of the way that they're putting their content out there. So a good example of this is maybe they're just putting out other people's quotes all the time. Yes, they might be getting great engagement, but it's not really selling their expertise. They might be seen, but it's not really showing them as the authority and the expert when all you're doing is putting other people's stuff out there. So you want to be seen as a thought leader. You want people to be able to see inside the insights and the nuances and the details of what you know that other people don't know, and why you are so great at what you do. All of this should come out in your content. And yes, you do want to move people down what we call the buyer's journey to book on your calendar. But great content does this. And when you put it out there, it's out there forever, which is amazing, right? We've never had the opportunities in the marketplace that we have today because of the internet and all of the tools and resources that we have available to us. So here you have it, 6 ways to go from invisible to influential, to be seen as an expert, positioned in the market as the expert, and you can do it in 2 to 6 months. In fact, if you don't want to do all of this yourself, or you're struggling with what you should be doing, reach out to me, because we even have done for you packages where we can get you out there in a big way. So just book a call with me at acarden.com. Let's have a conversation around you scaling your business and getting influential in the market and getting those bigger opportunities, bigger clients coming to you. All right, I'm Ann Carden. You have an amazing day. God bless you. Bye-bye.